Hello everyone, Rohit Gupta this side, and today we are going to study about motion. Before starting motion, first we have to discuss about state of objects. There are two states of object. First one is in rest, and the other one is motion. When a body doesn't change its position with respect to surrounding or reference point, is known as in rest. And when the body changes its position with respect to its surrounding or reference point, so we can say that the object is in motion. Now, types of motion. There are four types of motion. First one is linear, second one is rotational, third one is circular, and the fourth one is your out of vibratory. But now, what is linear motion? In a line, motion in a line is known as linear. Motion in a circle is known as circular motion. Now, scalar or physical quantity, scalar or vector physical quantities. What is scalar quantity means only magnitude is present there, and the vector quantity means magnitude as well as direction both are present. Then it is known as a vector quantity. And only magnitude, then it is scalar. Now, example of scalar and vectors are distance and the speeds is the example of scalar, and the velocity and displacement are the example of vector. Now, distance and displacement, let's just take an example of these 2 points. This is the path I covered, the path I traveled, the path I covered is known as distance, and the shortest distance from this point to this point, the shortest distance from this point to this point is known as displacement. Now, formula for distance is, we can see that total path covered or total path travel or total path we covered, anything we say that, and a unit meter per second, bigger unit kilometer per hour, and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Okay. Now, distance is a scalar quantity, as I mentioned back. It can never be a zero. It can never be zero. Now, displacement, as I already says that the shortest distance, the shortest route. Suppose that I am going from Agra to Delhi. I am traveling from Agra to Delhi, or you are traveling from Agra to Delhi. The path you covered, you don't know the direction, but path you covered, that is the distance. And the shortest distance from Agra to Delhi is known as displacement. This is a simple example of distance and displacement. It is represented by S, and it is a vector quantity. Now, uniform motion, and there are two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform. When the speed is changed with respect to time, it is known as an uniform motion, and when speed is not changed with respect to time, then it is said to be in a uniform motion. Now, what is speed? It is represented by V. Speed is represented by capital V, not small v. Don't be confused. It is represented by capital V. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Unit meter per second. It is scalar quantity. Speed is of three types: uniform speed, non-uniform speed, and the average speed. Now what we have to study? Velocity. What is velocity? Unit meter per second, kilometer per hour. It is a vector quantity. It is complete quantity. There are three types of velocity: uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, and average velocity. Now these are the types of velocity and the points of velocity. But what is actually a velocity? The speed of given us information about the distance with respect to time, but doesn't specify the direction, so we have immediately need a physical quantity that gives us information as a speed and also specifies the direction, so here comes velocity. Clear? Now uniform velocity. Simple, like a suppose we are traveling from uniform velocity, no? Suppose we are traveling from Delhi to Delhi, Agra to Delhi. We are covering same distance, like in each hour we cover 60 km in a specific direction. Then the body is said to be traveling with a uniform velocity. Okay? Now non-uniform velocity, we are traveling to Delhi and due to mending of roads, any other reason, there is a hug traffic due to which we have to change direction. Then it is said to be a non-uniform velocity. Now what is acceleration?